Data is the DNA of any business. At National List Services, we focus on one ideal. We offer marketing solutions that fit. We're not interested in selling you data. We're interested in selling you the primary solution to the problem you have today. As a data broker and aggregator, we have access to the top data sets and know where everyone is getting their data from. We identify your demand, the needs of what your customers are, where people are in life, what stages they find themselves in, and their backgrounds that most fit your necessity level. National List Services looks for a long-term solution to what your data needs are, and more importantly, we will educate you on the industry, what to ask other data sources, what to look for, and what to say. Our job is ethics-oriented and getting you what you need right now when it comes to data. Book a call with us today at nationallistservices.com.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Data Roundtable. Audrey here, your data gal with NLS. Wanted to share more this week on what we covered last week. So if you happened to watch last week and we were talking about hotlines, I lied, not meaning to. I shared information that I thought was accurate and found out later I was wrong, which I love. I love when I'm wrong in a good way so that I can correct myself. The hotlines are updated weekly. So if you want this week's new borrowers, this week's pre-movers who put their houses up for sale, you can get them. So I had mentioned it was updated every 30 days. We didn't have the hotline part of it. We do. So what I'm going to cover this week is the pre-movers, which is a hotline, and it's up to 3 months. And once a house has been on the market for 3 months, it falls off of there. They're not a hotline so much. So this can be so helpful for those in the insurance industry or real estate. So I want to share more details on this. So pre-movers, let's look at the national list. Let me share my screen. Always trying to get myself set up and ready to go. Share screen. Let's do our window. I have to talk myself through it verbally, so enjoy listening to Audrey tell herself what to do. On National List Counts, you can go to our homepage where you see all these tiles. You do start a new search, or you just log in and you'll see all the different tiles. So the pre-movers and hotlines are down toward the bottom, and you'll see what I mean by hotline is there is a, sorry, I'm looking over here at it, even though I'm over here on it. So there is a prior week's new movers, which would give you week by week. And then there is the national new movers, which would give you up to 6 months. So we have prior week new homeowner. So that would give you a way to select by the week that you want, whether it was last week, 2 weeks ago, or there is the 6 month, which goes up to 6 months. Once somebody moves off of the hotline file, they are moved to the consumer file that is updated with their information. And it is updated every 30 days. So if they're still at that address, let's say they put their house up for sale and haven't moved, then the consumer file is going to reflect that, and the pre-mover file is going to reflect that. So there's also the prior week's new borrowers and 6 month new borrowers. So you see the hotline versus the, let's go back a few weeks. So this would be week by week for last week. Whereas if you want 2 or 3 weeks ago, you would go to this file. So I hope that explains things, but we're going to look at the national pre-movers list today. So the pre-movers are, let me pull this up. I have my 2 cheat sheets over here. So I want to share this with you. This is information that is public domain of all the households that have listed their homes for sale. So last week, if you were able to catch this, what I had mentioned was in our market right now, you put a house up for sale and you already have 5 bids before it even gets a sign in the yard and hits the market. If realtors know it's coming for sale, you already have offers. So for our market right here in my demographic, this would probably not be something I would suggest right now for, counterpoint. I wouldn't suggest it for realtors right now because it'd be a smaller list. People are selling like that. Now, the flip side, counterpoint, just thought of when I said that because I don't want to close the option out. If your house has been on the market and you're not able to sell it, clearly you might need a new realtor or a new plan of action. So clearly a realtor might want this list. Hey, if there's 25 people on here who haven't sold their house, why hasn't their house sold? Let me take a stab at it. Sometimes a challenge presents an opportunity. So this could be your list. We don't want to exclude or discount any option here. So this is compiled weekly, and it's dropped off this file after 3 months. They can't be a pre-mover. They've been hanging out there for 3 months. So pre-movers, they're an eager to buy group. They're pre-qualified, ready to go, usually, especially in the market right now. So these are people who are looking to move, have their house for sale, in a nutshell. So let's look at some of the details on this file. So I'm in here, again, it's top tab navigation. What I show you each week is how you can select things and build your list and get familiar with this system so that the thought of going and getting your own list isn't overwhelming at all. Let me also take off this, there we go, so we can see the whole screen. So it takes you right into your geography. So it gives you some options. Again, mapping on Google Maps is an option, or drive time. Maybe you want to do a certain, if you're a realtor and you're looking for people in your area, you want to do it within a 30-minute drive of you so you're not going all over town. Because I know there are advantages to staying in your market area. You're known in your neighborhood. So you can pick your geography. Under additional selections, though, this is the most important stuff I want to share here. And what's nice is there's not too many selects. You need just a few options. So as I was going through this today in my homework ahead of time, I actually prepared. Everybody give me a round of applause. So here are some demographic selects about the house and about the people in the house. So you can pick whether a certain age, certain income, if they're a homeowner or renter. Obviously, if their home is for sale, I would say the majority on this file are going to be homeowners. Here is of interest, the listing price, and what I would pick is the range. So if you're a realtor trying to find people who have a home for sale in a certain price range, a certain market value, so many bedrooms, so many bathrooms, I would assume realtors sometimes do have a specific niche that they're good at. If you are selling high-end homes, this is something you would want to select to get the right audience. You want those high-end homes that you're used to selling. You don't want to get just a house in a regular old residential neighborhood. You're looking at specific housing areas and specific values. So keep that in mind. You can pick by that. So there's a listing price range. There is a market value range. So you can pick what is that house hitting the market for right now. And that one is interesting because right now, everybody is selling for over market value. So there's also number of beds, number of baths, like I mentioned. Presence of children, that would just kind of help you better understand, is this a family-friendly home or not? Because just because it has, I always think of those celebrity reports where they have a house for sale. Oh, so-and-so is selling her house for $20 million. It has 9 rooms and 12 bathrooms. And I'm like, oh my goodness. Some of those homes, just because they have that many rooms and bathrooms, doesn't make it family friendly. It depends on what that room's layout is and the style of the house. So presence of children sometimes can indicate things for you if you're wanting to work with families and get them into a home. There is a purchase amount range. This is what the house was originally sold for. That can be a huge indicator to what they're going to offer it for now. Purchase date. There is a what is it? This is the original purchase date of that house listed. So how much they bought it for and when they bought it, that current owner right now that's wanting to sell it again. Again, valuable information. The record receipt date isn't the date that this house hit the market. It's the date that it hit the pre-movers file. So that can also help you establish your timetables. Do you want to go back a week? Do you want to go back 3 weeks? It's when it hit the file. And because this is public domain, I would assume, and it's a hotline, weekly, they're updating this. So you can use this to your advantage. And then telephone number, obviously, if I would use, this list could be used for making phone calls, but landlines in a house for sale, they might be having it staged and ready for sale and not even be residing there. I would use this as a postcard mailing program. The most effective print and mail programs are when you do it weekly or every 2 weeks. You do it consistently and repeatedly. You let them know you're in the area. You let them know you're interested in selling their house or helping them sell this house. And so this list would come with postal information. Every list is 100% postal information. And why I'm mentioning that is this name match flag. So if I click what is it, you can't see my box right now, but on our system, it'll tell you the information you need to know. So this indicates whether or not the record has was matched and has a name, meaning there's a name available or not. If you're going to do a postcard mailing and you want to do something consistent and regular, I would get that name present on record. If it doesn't matter to you and you're just sending it to my neighbor, you could do no name available or address only records. That means you wouldn't be getting some of this criteria right here. But if you're looking to be very targeted in your efforts, you would want to pick some of these items to really narrow down that list and get exactly who you're looking for. So that's my advice on this. I wouldn't worry about the telephone numbers, and therefore I will not digress and go into all the requirements for permissions to call people to solicit business, but be aware there are restrictions on that. But I would use this as a print and mail campaign. Send them a postcard every week for 4 weeks. Get their attention. Find that right audience that you're looking to help and tell them how you can help them. And then send them another card and another card. It takes a few impressions of seeing it or reading it or seeing that name of that realtor before it sinks in and you start to have that name awareness. We got postcards. Somebody was trying to reach people in our neighborhood to sell homes because our neighborhood is very family friendly and there's not a lot of homes for sale. And he was looking to see if anybody was interested in selling. He mailed a postcard every 2 weeks for 6 weeks. And every time it was a different color, but his name was there, his phone number was there, his intention was there. It was a very well done print and mail campaign. I called him. I wanted to get his business. He obviously is doing the right things and just needs to keep doing it. But that caught my attention. We remembered his name. I kept a stack of the cards. I had I should have written the dates on them, but different weeks, different colors, consistent follow-up, consistent reach out. The only thing I would say as far as follow-up, if you did want to get those phone numbers, is call. Say, hey, did you get my postcard? I'd love to see if we can do business together. How can I help you? That would be the only way I would say follow up on a consistent postcard plan. So I hope this has been insightful. You can find people who are looking to sell their homes. Next week, let's go back out here. And I want to share the details are similar, not the same concept, same outline for these prior weeks, new homeowner, new borrower, new mover. And so I want to share some of those details so that you are aware of what's available. You can better know how to plan out your marketing strategy and use your marketing dollars effectively. And if you need help with a print and mail, it doesn't matter where in the country you are, I can help you. That's not a problem. I'd love to chat with you about this. So please reach out and follow up. The reason I was doing this is last week I just did an overview of the files and I wanted to do a deeper dive on those to share more details. So in the chat, I'm going to put my information so that if you need help or want to do a print and mail and just don't know where to start, the list is the key element. And then finding out the message you want on the card, the pricing, when you want it to mail, and we can coordinate and orchestrate all of that for you. So let me put my information here. That is the backbone of that's one of the key ways the business was started was print and mail campaigns for the clients. So let me get my information here. You can email me at audrey@firstdirectmarketing.com. I'm going to put that right here and I can get you connected with all the information you need. And then if you want to watch videos and see how to use these files, on the lives, I do a surface coverage, and today we did a deeper dive. But these videos show in depth every single file, what you need to know, how to select it, and then if there are tips and tricks on how to order this correctly, it's all there. We do not keep secrets here. We tell you everything. We show you how to do it. We give you access to it. So please take advantage of that. Take a look, join our learning center and catch those videos. Do not binge watch. That is way too many videos of Audrey hosting. But find the file you want to know more about, like the pre-movers, go look at it. And if you still have questions, I am always available. Email me, give me a call. I am here for you. So I hope you enjoyed today's Data Roundtable, learning about pre-movers in your area. And right now, with the way the market is, every geography is a little bit different. So if that's not a fit for you, let me know how I can help. There is always a way around things to find that targeted list that you need. Let me know any questions or concerns and I can help. Until next week, have a good one. The month is not over yet, so go hit it. Hit that list. If you need a list, call me. I can get you that list. And I will see you here next week when we cover some of those hotlines. We're going to do the new weeks, and I'm going to show you how you would select those dates. And you can see distance of move or if someone's new in the area. That is powerful too. They need to know about the local dentist, the local hairdresser, new doctors. They need to find all these services since they're from out of area. And you can use that to your advantage if you have a service to offer and you need new movers in the area to know about you. So join me next week. We're going to cover that. And until then, like I said, have a great week and I'll catch you next time. Same bat time, same bat place.